Welcome back to Brain Ablaze, a weekly podcast about epilepsy by people with epilepsy for everyone. I'm your host, David Clifford. In this episode, we talk about epilepsy charity and research fundraising. Epilepsy advocate and fundraiser Josh Green visits the show to describe a New Orleans-themed gala that his Epilepsy Foundation Eastern Pennsylvania is holding on March 5th through the 7th, 2021. He also provides some critical advice to those of us that wish to run our own epilepsy awareness fundraising events. If you're new to Brain Ablaze, I'm not a medical expert. I now use this podcast to share what I have learned through almost 3 decades of seizures. We have one thing to do before we start. Click that thumbs up icon and subscribe button. If you also click the bell icon, you'll be notified each time we share a new epilepsy awareness video. In the United States, epilepsy research and awareness programs are severely underfunded. The major funder for epilepsy research is the National Institute of Health, or NIH. In our episode 44, entitled Our Generations, I described how the National Institute of Health utilizes the NINDS, or National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Strokes, to perform epilepsy research. I usually don't like to compare epilepsy to any other conditions. Usually anytime I do, it doesn't go well.
You're crazy.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're a nerd.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're an idiot.
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? Infinity.
No, I'm not. You
You
are.
are.
No way. Knock it off. Cut it out. Oh, shut up, Pee-wee.
Why don't you make me?
Why don't you make me?
Because I don't make monkeys. I just train them.
NINDS has limited funding for research. Their research covers many different types of neurological disorders, including stroke.
Of course, it's in their name.
Stroke, ALS, Parkinson's, and multiple sclerosis. Though the pure number of people with epilepsy in the United States is more than all of those other conditions combined, the total funding for epilepsy is a tiny fraction of what is spent for each. For example, for every $61 spent on ALS research, only $1 is dedicated to the research of epilepsy.
Why don't they just take funding from ALS and send it our way for epilepsy research?
Come on, that's not the point. We need both ALS and epilepsy funded. It would just be better for everyone if the money spent on epilepsy was increased to compensate for the number of people that experience it. We shouldn't be interested in taking away, but increasing. To do that, however, requires laws to be changed.
Yo, don't get me wrong, because I'm not here to tell you what to do. You can go either way. But I am here to inform you that you do have a right, and that's your right to vote. And we can rock the vote.
A donate button has existed on the Brain Ablaze website for months. A huge thank you to the few that have actually gone out of their way to actually donate. It's there if one wants to use it, but we don't talk about it too much. Absolutely all the money donated goes back into our podcasts, Twitter, website, and blog. We also raise funds for epilepsy research through our store. And last year, our store grossed almost
$1 million.
Nope, not even close. The final accrued total since Brain Ablaze's inception is less than $200. It's all good though, because our goal is to raise epilepsy awareness and not necessarily fundraising. We aren't interested in building empires to provide more expensive services like employment programs or transportation services, or even research grants. We're here to fill the gaps in traditional medical services so people can adapt to their seizures quickly. Our goal is to get people to secure a better life. But if we don't do fundraising, someone must. When I learned about the fundraising results that the Epilepsy Foundation Eastern Pennsylvania has had with their upcoming virtual gala, I was quite interested to learn how they were accomplishing it. When I learned more about how fun this gala might be, I realized that I had to help them get the word out. The pandemic has hit a lot of us so hard. A fun virtual festival that celebrates our epilepsy with games, entertainment, and prizes might just be the thing we all need. I talked to Josh Green from Epilepsy Foundation Eastern Pennsylvania about what makes him so passionate about fundraising for his charity.
My first seizure was back when I was 16. I'm 24, so I've had it for close to a decade. Thankfully, I am 3 years and 8 months seizure-free. I take my medication twice a day, still see my neurologist virtually down at Jefferson Hospital here in Philadelphia, but it's been, if you had told me in high school that I could get to this point, I would have never believed it. So super thankful for that. And that's why I'm putting so much effort into helping raise money for the foundation, because they never gave up on me trying to find the correct medication to get to where I'm at. I'm very happy to say that I've raised more money than I've ever have in the middle of a pandemic, which I cannot believe the support that the whole foundation's got. We're getting closer and closer to $20,000 raised, which is really tremendous and says a lot about all the support that we have in the epilepsy community.
If you're from a different town, can you still go to this gala?
Absolutely. So everything is virtual. If you're not in the Philly area, if you're not in the PA area, you can certainly still go to everything virtually. It's going to be from Friday, March 5th to Sunday, March 7th. And the 5th is going to be, we're kicking off the weekend, and we'll be playing poker that night. Like I alluded to, the winner of poker will get either an Apple Watch 6 or a new iPad. The Saturday night, the 6th, would be our community showcase, where our singers from the community, our comedians, things of that nature will be performing, and they will get to perform. And then our king and queen, the volunteers of the year, will be presented, where they'll give speeches and be congratulated for their efforts. And then on Sunday will be the last event, which will be the bingo, where the winner gets a 4-night vacation to Mexico. So we're really looking forward to all of it, and it's an exciting time, because I don't think we thought we would be able to get something together like this. So I'm super stoked with any effort, and especially the good effort that we've put together to raise so much money.
So what suggestions would you actually give to people who are thinking about doing a gala, a virtual gala, for the Epilepsy Foundation or for any other epilepsy research?
Yeah, I would say to, keep things as simple as possible. With everything virtual, we notice it in our workplace. We notice it when we're hanging out with friends. People have a tough time even getting into certain Zoom groups, even if you're catching up with family. So to simplify everything is essential, and I've found that it's been working best for us. Everything we're doing is going to be, we're sending out links through emails. We're setting up Zooms. Everything is, as simple as we can make it. And then as far as, donations and things like that, I've truly taken on um, the attitude where you never want to push someone into donating, but you always um, want to just think, if you have some sort of friendship or relationship with the person, they're not going to end a friendship or relationship because you ask them for a donation for something that you truly care about. And that's where I've come with this, and how I've been, raising so much, is that no one has said like, "Oh, you're the worst person ever. How could you ask me such a thing?" If they say no, we're in unprecedented times, and I 100% understand if you say no. So it's understanding with the donations, and it's keeping things simple with the activities, I would say, are the two main things. And that's the other thing too. There's not this sort of idea where you need to donate X amount. Anything helps. And everything that you're doing, David, the information, you can't put a price tag on that information. We're talking about first aid, transitioning from high school to college, what to do in the event of witnessing a seizure. There are so many things that you've pushed out on your pages, on your podcast feed. That's phenomenal information. So, I feel like we're both doing a lot of good here.
I would agree.
As far as our foundation, we're on Instagram at EFEPA, and on Facebook we're at EFEPA, and I'm also on Facebook at Josh Green, just like the color. You can reach me on Twitter at Josh Green 321, capital J and capital G. And then you can reach me on Instagram at it's J Green. And I always am tweeting, putting on my story for Instagram, different things for epilepsy, my page for my fundraising.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. I mean, that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm always so passionate about this. So if I cut you off or if I was talking too long, I apologize. But I'm so happy about all the efforts we've had.
Most people think that donating to epilepsy-based charities has to be some big event with an appropriately big check. And that's just not true. As Josh Green pointed out, every dollar counts. Little decisions made daily over months accrue large benefits. One forgets they bought a $5 coffee hours after they have done so. That $5, when combined with thousands of other people's donations, can be the start of a new life for a person struggling with epilepsy. We hope that you join Josh Green at their gala in just a few weeks on March 5th through the 7th in 2021. But what if this episode doesn't get to you in time? On March 26th each year, we celebrate Purple Day. It's one of the few times during the year where epilepsy gets to present on the main stage. It's also one of the biggest days for our community for fundraising opportunities. You can always donate to the charity of your choice then. What if each one of us celebrated Purple Day by throwing our own virtual gala for our local epilepsy community? Think about how much money we could raise to donate epilepsy research and services. The truth is we don't have to wait for a yearly gala or Purple Day or a walk to donate. It can literally be done any day of the year. Have you done fundraising for epilepsy research? Was it as painful that people guess it is? Probably not. We would love to hear any of your comments or questions regarding this or any of our other episodes. You can reach out to us via email at social@brainablaze.com or on Twitter @brainablaze. If you like this episode, consider subscribing or even helping us by providing a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you download your content. One small click really does help. See you next time.